Oh, okay, cool. Make a quick video on this one. My other one got fucking deleted, so I'm gonna go through this one. But unfortunately, I can't show you what we had in February, but I already made a video in February. So February, I'll just break it down. February was a bit of a slower month for us. I think it was really successful, really good, anyways. But it was definitely a slower month. I think there was a lot more learning that was needed to be made. There was other things that we ventured off into, such as the OpenClaw. Things went a bit slower. Things started not. They didn't slow. No, things slowed down, but not because we weren't operating correctly. It slowed down because I think we wanted to land another couple consultancy calls, but we never were carrying out any sort of outreaching to do that, and we were only focused on really with warm leads. And we were kind of setting up a lot of processes, like automating things out, and then learning things, and obviously things do drag out when there's work to do and like genuine work, going to work, and uni. So things obviously a week just goes like that, yeah. So yeah, and we had an exam, and yeah. So it's not really an excuse, but there was things going on, and as I said, like the month was really good. It just wasn't a complete success in my opinion because we never got to land a consultancy call. However, it doesn't matter. I think we've set ourselves up nicely for this month. Okay, we've got these automations in place to go hard on the leads. We've got these automations in place to basically just give us more time to now start to prioritize where do we want to focus, because the priority really is two. Well, it's about two or three things: content, outreaching, and landing basically more jobs. Let's say four things if we want to be more precise: content, outreaching, okay, through emailing and LinkedIn, taking on jobs from Outwork, and well, doing more consultancy calls, which comes with outreaching. So three things, yeah. So that's basically what we're going to be focused on this month, and I think we've set ourselves up nicely. I mean, already we've got a consultancy call for tomorrow now, so. And then we've got another one on Friday. So we've set ourselves up nicely, I think. I think we just need to go harder on outreaching, which we weren't doing last month. And we've kind of done a lot of research within this new AI stuff, which is coming up. To now think, okay, this is what we can provide. And this is, going forward, this is what we want to be offering and doing. So I think, as I said, I think February was really valuable. Even if it doesn't seem as successful as I would have liked it to have been. Anyway, so going into March, as I said, there was obviously going to be automating things that we want to set up, yeah? And I think this is still one of the most crucial areas. So setting up Claw Code through Telegram. So the sales process, I want to dig and still develop a full sales process. There's someone I watch, which is Liam, and he's probably the biggest person in the AI space, and he's obviously talking about this AI OS. Now, I've listened to it, got my head around it, and I think it is really, really fucking cool. But he does shit on OpenClaw a lot. I do think he shits on OpenClaw a lot because OpenClaw is pretty much already doing that. Obviously, there's the safety about it all, and I think integrating Claude into other companies and getting them to run it in the way that he's talking about is much more feasible and much more realistic. Yeah, but I just find OpenClaw is more proactive rather than reactive, which is more like Claude. But don't get me wrong, like there's drawbacks and benefits on both sides, and I think yeah, I'm not even going to go into that because we're not here to talk about that one. But yeah, so we're still using Claude. We're using OpenClaw for our own personal uses, anyways. Sales process. I want to develop a full sales process for us. Pretty much done it. So this is basically just taking the leads, tracking them, outreaching to them, and just having the AI to basically do all of this for you. And again, I think this is where OpenClaw takes the next level to Claude, is that OpenClaw can assess this a lot better and make a reactive change to it, okay, based on what's happening. So you're not going into it and telling it you need to change this, you need to do this now. It's assessing it all and making these changes and constantly improving itself without you telling it to do this. You just prompted it to go and keep on improving yourself. Anyways, yeah, so I want to set up this sales process, okay, and then push it all through Go High Level and just have a really clear sales tracking process going on. We are pretty much there with all of that. It just needs to be finished off. So mainly with like tagging and things like that within the Go High Level. manual outreaching through LinkedIn, so continue that going. I think I'm always going to keep on manual outreaching. We're scraping leads anyways, and then I think that manual outreaching gives that personal touch, and then we have the automated outreaching through the emailing, and then we want to land consultancy calls. So I'm not going to put a number to it this time, but we already landed one this month, so that's one already, so that's really good. Yeah, and we're going to be pushing harder still to keep on going for that. And then number 4, we've got complete builds. Okay, so we want to complete some of our current project builds, just have them done and dusted for this month. Q1 is end of this month, so we want to have those finished up so that going into Q2, we're really going even harder now. I think this is about slingshotting ourselves for Q2 to now really drive hard on the outreaching, taking on jobs, getting them completed, looking to hire, potentially outsourcing our work if needs be. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah. Just again, this month is mainly just focusing on everything, get it done to slingshot ourselves ready for next quarter, basically. Post 3 to 4 times a week. I'm actually going to reduce that. It's the 8th of March right now. Again, as I said, this would have been posted at the start, but my video didn't go through, so I had to do it again. I'm now going to reduce it down to 2 to 3 times, just because of this month is quite a lot going on this month, and I do spend about an hour per day to make a post. Yeah, so if I got lots of stuff to post about, cool, I'm gonna keep it going. I want to stay consistent anyways, just not 3 to 4 right now, because it does obviously take time up, and I think there's a lot being taken away right now. Network again for warm leads, so just, yeah, I want to network. I've been networking for warm leads, so yeah, there's not really much to speak about on that one. There's a few people I know who I want to get on and just have them on the consultancy. Okay, it just takes time and back and forward trying to go through other people. So yeah, but it's all good. Create YouTube videos again, literally doing that right now. Again, I missed one last week. I want to get one out soon. Hopefully this one will be the next one. And then, yeah, stay on top of any uni work, cool. Automate any areas time consuming, yes, any more areas that we find. And then land one artwork job. So yeah, this month I'm happy to do one artwork job. Yeah. And then next month, this is where we want to start to take on more. But this month is the priority is just to take on one. So yeah, and even artwork jobs, that's automated. How are we finding jobs? We're just pulling them in. So that's it, to be honest. There's not actually much. As I said, March is the big one. There's a lot of projects getting completed for us in uni as well. So it's going to free us up going into April. And that's also why I'm reducing on the content, because there is a lot going on. There's a lot of uni work to get done, whilst also trying to complete all of these things, getting ready, having a clean slate for next month, and also taking on more, so that we're kind of getting that done next month and going forward into Q2. Because as we go into Q2, we have more time. I have less uni work to do. And I mean, technically, we finish in April. So yeah, I'm fucking excited. I think it's just about setting ourselves up. I don't want to go into Q2 thinking, how do we get leads, or how do we outreach, or what's the method to outreach. I want to know, like, we've been testing an outreaching method for last month. Now we can go even harder. We go from 20 a day to 50 a day to 100 a day. We're spending a bit more money into it now, because we have more time and we want more jobs and we want to complete more jobs again. So yeah, I'm really happy. And I think it's also about, because at the end of the day, we're still a new company, so it's also about doing projects. Like, the more projects you've done, the more you know, the more you can advise and tell and show. So again, the more we do within these time periods, when we go into Q2, we have more time to take on more jobs. We can take those jobs on a lot more comfortably, rather than feeling like, we're learning whilst doing the job. It's more like, no, we've done this. We know what to do here. We've done the consultancy here. So we can go harder on it, and really ramp up how much we're doing. So yeah, I think this month is a real slingshot going into Q2. Yeah, and I think we need to execute this month well and perfectly. So yeah, we'll see how it all goes. I'll update. I think my next video as well will be OpenClaw, because we have got set up on that one now, but there's just still a bit more to touch on. But I'm gonna make a video anyways.